purpose of the awards is basically a celebration of all the good sign work done in the past year. There's lots of signs made every day. Some are exceptional, and we hope to establish those today and show those today, and the best ones go away winning a prize. The most important trends I've noticed is the interior decor. It seems to have come on very strongly with sign companies as a positive feature that they can offer their customers. I think a lot of sign companies are recognising they have the skills already there to be able to provide products and solutions that customers are requiring now, and they've been able to fulfil those desires easily because they're already there. What I get out of it is a very good PR vehicle to go back to their own customers and new customers. Nobody yet who has been nominated have I met that's ever said they never got any future business from it. They've always used the fact that they've been nominated or won the award and won more business. And in fact, I know of some sign companies who've said we entered the awards as a vehicle to get into new customers. So the inference being they've gone for an award, they must be good enough as a sign company. What I'm most looking forward to is everyone having a good time and realising that this industry is so diverse and it's so much colourful and vibrancy going on in the industry that it's a wonderful industry to work in, and look at what wins and say I can do better than that, and then hopefully next year they're up for an award as well. Well, as I said, the most important thing to understand is that whilst the BSA are supporting the awards and running the awards, it is open to everybody, but we'd like people to understand what the BSA is doing for the industry, and the stronger we are with the more members we are, the more we can do for the industry. We are working on other things coming up in the new year that hopefully give more value to membership as well, but that's something for the future. But hopefully sign companies can see that the benefits of being a member of an association in the trade that they're taking money from, they're making a business from, is worth supporting.
Well, Sign Directions has worked with the BSGA since it first started in 1995, and in about 2000 we started an awards programme which was then called Sign Industry Awards, which ran until 2008, and then there was a bit of a break over the years of recession, and it started again 4 years ago, and it's built up again to the event that we have now with about 3,000 visitors and 16 different categories for signs and graphics.
I joined the BSGA as Make It Happen this time last year, really because I didn't want to be seen as disappearing in the industry when I changed roles. Since then, 2 months ago, I actually became part of the technical committee and the committee. And although I was super scared on my first meeting, actually it's really good. I feel a real part of the industry. And I think the BSGA is actually understated for what it does. I don't think people necessarily understand it, and if I can help get the message across, then that's fantastic. I think it's really lovely for the industry to come together and actually reward the really hard work that goes into the industry, because I don't think people really understand how much hard work, blood, sweat and tears actually goes into it. So I think it's amazing. Keep on doing it, please. I'm on a table full of really good friends, and I hope that some of them win. I just think it'll be an absolutely amazing event. Looking forward to all of it, in all honesty. I think it'll be amazing.
Sign makers and digital print companies are invited through the press and via emails from the BSGA to put in their entries. There's a website for the awards, so they can go onto the awards website and download their entry form, and they can enter in any of the categories that they want, and they can also enter in multiple categories up to 3. So they've got a sign, for example, which is an illuminated sign but also has an element of architectural or construction. They can enter it across all 3 categories. And then when it comes to the judging, there's a panel of judges. There's usually 5 or 6 of us. This year there was a bit of a departure because the Wayfinding award was judged by the Sign Design Society, but all of the other awards are judged by the 6 people strong judging panel, and Basically what happens is that we see the entries, we see the pictures, any information that we have, company name is taken out of it, so we are judging blind. Now this year I knew one company and one entry, but none of the others, and no one else on the judging panel knew any of them. So it really is the merit of the sign, nothing to do with the company at all.
The illumination of the signage of Story House, which we installed this year at Chester. So it's solely on the illumination, and Paul with your award as well.
So the Sign of the Year award we got, and yeah, it's for a project that was we worked initially for Kia Construction, who were the main contractor. Did a lot of sort of behind the scenes consultancy work with them, working with the architects to develop the signage package. There's a lot of planning restrictions because it was a listed building that we were fitting all the signage to, so provided all the structural counts for them, planning, consent and advice. We did the internal wayfinding package as well. Then after we'd done this project for the client direct, which is Story House, which is owned by Chester West and Chester City Council. So it was a former Odeon theatre that had been closed for like 10 years, reopened as a main theatre in Chester, incorporates a cinema and also a library now. So yeah, it was quite complex and unusual sort of development to work with.
It's been really fantastic, from installing all the projects that I do as being a site manager. So I'm actually getting my hands dirty and I'm actually on site installing, which I did on Story House, internal and external, and all of the projects. It's fantastic. It's just an achievement to get where we are now.
We wouldn't be able to do it without the likes of these guys, you know, the people back in the workshop, you know, and Ian working on site, you know, without their skills and without their hard work, dedication, you know, we wouldn't be able to complete these fantastic projects. Yeah.
I think this year it was probably obvious halfway through that the sign of the year would be the illuminated sign that IS submitted, and we like that particularly because the signage fitted so beautifully with the building and they sort of kept faith with the architecture, and that really is what signing ought to be about, to enhance rather than to be obstructive in any way. So we were thinking that would be the winner, and so that was why that was the sign of the year. And the other categories, sometimes it's very difficult to judge because there are signs of very nearly equal merit, and that's when the discussion process comes in, but we always reach consensus on them eventually. And the one thing I would like to say is that people often say to me after the awards, I could have done better than that. Well, perhaps you can, but we'll never know if you don't enter. So if you think you can do better than the one this year, get your entry in next year when they open, which will probably be next May.